we took a little week off, and last episode, I was a little worried, with all the Kamala stuff, because we didn't know who her VP was going to be. And we talked about that. And I said, I hope that next episode I come in, I can have something joyful, happy to speak about. And I do. We do, guys. She actually listened to the people, and she chose Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota, folks. Governor Tim Walz as her running mate. And just a little bit about him. Tim Walz, he's a military man. He has 24 years of experience in the military. He retired with distinction. He was the highest ranking member of the National Guard. Then he went on to be a teacher, a school teacher, a high school teacher, I believe, where he was loved, and also a coach, where he was loved by his students, by his team. He also was the faculty chair of a LGBTQ outreach group that was created while he was there. So he's down for the queer gang. That's what's up. And then he went on to become a senator. And after becoming a senator, I believe he was there for 12 years. And then he became governor of Minnesota. And this dude has done quite a lot of progressive stuff in Minnesota because he got lucky and he ended up getting a government that was all blue. So he was able to pass a bunch of progressive stuff. And listen, not only did she not fizzle out the energy of her campaign, not only did she not, screw things up, but she really did add a boost. Like, Tim Walz really has been an added bump to her campaign. And it's great. And they're just such buddies, and they have vibes together. He's you can tell he was a teacher. You can tell the way he be talking, and you're just you feel like you're listening to your high school teacher who you really do like. So I'm happy. I did, I'm not gonna lie, I talked shit about Tim Walz, and I acknowledged it last episode, and I'm gonna acknowledge it again. I did talk shit about him. I was a little concerned about the aesthetics of a man with white hair and white eyebrows, a man that looked literally like Santa Claus. I was a little concerned with the aesthetics there. But again, as I mentioned last episode, he's 1 year older than Kamala. He's got pep in his step. There's a difference between someone who just looks a little aged and someone who really is aged, like Joe Biden. So that's one of the major updates that we've gotten from the Kamala Harris presidential campaign.